Hello, wonderful people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. It's not very early morning, but it's still in the morning, like 9:15 a.m. Pretty cloudy and outcast conditions. So I already did reviews last night. I was feeling a little bit energetic. I did, but as you can tell from my voice, it's I got a very bad cold. So I'll be doing this morning thoughts episode. Very important episode for me because I have few updates and a few requests and few insights to share with you about my channel and work. From time to time I do this, and I will perhaps do. I'm receiving a couple of fragrances today, maybe tonight or after testing a little bit. I will do initial impression on a lot of fragrances that I ordered. So let me share a few things. This video may run a little bit long, but at this moment I'm having a little bit runny nose. So woke up with a little bit of fever and cold. So I'm having some coffee with Horlicks, and also my scent of the morning is 212 Men by Carolina Herrera, formerly known as 212 NYC Men. Plenty nice. That fragrance. I have one more flanker to that, which is at the corner, as you can see. Sorry, there. The white bottle that is 212 Aqua. That is very hard to find discontinued fragrance from back in the days. I saw Steven and Carlos reviewing that. I was looking for it, so I found it one day, then I took it. I'll review that as well. So hopefully you're doing good. This is gonna be like a not very urgent or updated video. This is for people who like morning thoughts of my channel. And I do my things my way. I am 42. I'm going to be 43 this year if I am here. So I'm a little bit different, old school. As you can see, my setup is not the best. My sound is not the best, not even the camera. But thanks to many of you who subscribe to me, still watch me and encourage me. So with all the limitation, I try to do my work. So I will explain some things, mostly for the new subscribers who do not know me well, and they ask me a lot of questions. I understand that assuming thing going on, like sometimes I get criticism is good, but sometimes I get comments like this channel is all about clones, it's all about hyping fragrances up, like random comments. And I sometimes feel a bit upset, but then I realize that not everybody watches everything that you do. Many people do not know I upload every day. I was the first one of the reviewers. Being from Bangladesh, third world country, I take credit, because it's not easy. It's more challenging when you are poorer, simply bluntly put. And also, I started reviewing every day because I felt if my production quality, let's start talking about quality, okay, then in the end I will request you something. No, actually, let me request you in the beginning, because the early part of the video. The one of the reasons to do this video is that help me reach 100,000 subscribers. I don't like usually like requesting or begging or something, but I'm begging you. I love that song, man. That band, amazing. So that cover was good. So literally, yeah, it's a bad word to say, but I would like to request you, if you have been with me, if you watch my video, I have about 1,000 subscriber to go to achieve that landmark or milestone. It means something to me, like I've been working for so long. If I had editing, if I had so many like women, this and that, and catchy thumbnails, or juicy topics, perhaps I would have gotten earlier. But I believed in work slow, and whenever I get, it's God's wish. This is what I believe, and it's supposed to be destiny. You get things when you deserve it, or you are supposed to get it. So this number, it's not a very huge number. Many of the reviewers already got millions of subs, few 100,000 subscribers. So compared to many of my newer friends who are in fragrance community, who are reviewers, they got to 100,000 way before me, and I'm very happy for them. I never feel jealous, I never feel sad, even if they get more money from the payment and all. But it's my dream sort of to get that silver play button, just keep it somewhere here, and then that would be like, it's just, you guys know, if you do this work, you know what's the value of that. So I did over 4,000 videos. I don't think anybody has done that many. A few reviewers, yeah, they are doing a lot of thousands of videos. But I would like to request you, like, if you like my work, if you find my work helpful, or daily reviews helpful, maybe give me a subscribe, leave me a subscribe button, like subscription, and like my videos if possible. That will help my journey a lot. I never ask for money, I never ask for funds. Like, I have my own income path that I started, so I'll get into that. So first part is gone. Please subscribe to my channel, help me reach 100,000. That would be awesome. That's my request to you, if possible. If you don't feel like it, you don't have to, no problem. So second thing, I have written down a few things that I get some comments at times, and I like to answer, because I cannot really answer so many like so many, and then like usually I do not, people blame me like Joy never reads the comments. I do read the comments, but let me tell you what happens, how my work works. Then you'll get an idea. When you blame me, maybe you need to know these. If you don't want to believe, that's up to you. How I do my work, I was talking about daily uploads, and I know the sacrifices. Like if you really want to put a good video, like Ashton does, Mark does, you send beautiful backdrops, editing, nice room, lighting, camera, sound, everything's top notch, right? So that requires time. It takes usually 1 week to 10 days to do a proper editing, thumbnail, sound, and choose what's really best for a video. I don't have that technology with me. Why? Didn't I, couldn't I achieve that? Yes, I could, but in that process I would do so much less reviews. Okay, that is one thing that got me right. I spend a lot of money, trust me, I'm not the richest guy out there, but whatever sources of income I have, since I have YouTube monetization, and then I have a Decant page, someone commented on that, I'll come to that. But whatever money I make, I invest back in the perfumes. I have a solid collection, trust me. It's just few of them here. Maybe not everything is niche, not everything is high-end designer, but I do spend money on buying perfumes. Nobody gives me for free. Maybe there are like 10, 15 fragrances I achieved or received rather in my journey. Like say someone made their house, Nixon Diaz, he sent me, Steven Ashton, they sent me their, or some of my Indian brothers, they have sent me their creations. Then I also mentioned it that I got it for free and as a gift. But here in Bangladesh, let me tell you reality. Here everything is about taking. Everything is, nobody gives you anything. No, like if you're making something, let's say you're creating something for yourself, you're creating a new trend, people would like to ride your success or ride with you to make benefits or copy you, or make same platform to earn or use there for their business. But usually no one will come and say, here is a job, here is a free bottle for you from our shop to review. So this hardly happens. Okay, so you have to make hard work to make a name for yourself. I believe I created a trend in Bangladesh, like there are a lot of content creators now, food bloggers, this and that. And then people got successful selling clothing, gadgets, even creating contents like stand-up comedy or creative sort of videos. So cooking recipe, many people got very successful, they earn like really really good. So they say like sometimes uh, $10,000 up to per month or more, so for me, I'm not at that level. But as I was saying, I spend a lot of money on the perfumes to create content. For me, that is the addiction. Upload every day if I am here, if I can, if my health allows, and leave as many reviews as possible. So when you search, when I'm gone, okay, let's say, of course, everybody's going to be gone. I'll leave my work behind. This is what I keep saying. And when you say search by Versace Joy, I mean, you see, I try to review everything from the house available in market. Of course, I cannot cover everything, which is discontinued, hard to find. But if you see Latafa, Arma, Middle Eastern house, they are affordable on most part, and you can buy like 5, 6 fragrances for the price of one designer or niche. So you can create 10 contents. Okay, this is the reality. I'm just sharing with you in open. There is no secret hidden agenda. And these are the fun thing, that these are the videos that get the most views. If I make a top 10 Latafari video, or if I said top 10 sexy, compliment getters or most complimented perfumes, these get so many views compared to my solo reviews, like individual reviews. And that is funny because sometimes to do an individual review, you have to do a lot of study. You have to see like what's written by people on Fragrantica and what are the notes, and you have to compare to other fragrances. You have to sniff it, compare it. So that takes more work, but get less views and less earning from YouTube. And I'm saying earning for a reason. So sometimes this list takes me just 1 minute to think of this video and just sit and do immediately. And suddenly I see, oh, 6,000 views in one day. So that's a lot. Sorry. Yeah. So I was talking about views and money. Why is it important? So some of you just like to bash reviewers who are sometimes a little bit commercial, hyping up fragrances, and they do a lot of things to get views and stuff. They do like this catchy thumbnail or interesting title. Why do they do that? Because sometimes maybe that's what they're doing as line of work, and they need that money. True, fair and square. But if they're not cheating, if they're making annoying content, that's okay. But if they're not deceiving you, like some brands are being promoted like this is the best fragrance ever, but they're getting it for free and they don't disclose it. That's where things go wrong. But everybody needs money, right? Nobody's going to work for free, especially this is my line of work, fragrance reviewing. I did not want to work for anybody in Bangladesh. As a matter of fact, anywhere I work, I realized that you are under certain bosses and they're going to be bossing around on most part, not healthy work environment. So I don't want to work for anybody, and I don't want to wake. I hate waking up at 7 a.m. and today's a Monday. I hate Mondays. Right? So I can wake up even if I'm not well. I can take my sweet time and do my content. Whenever I do content, I make money, right? So money is important for you to survive. Okay, why is money important? Why I do decants? Some of you have complaints. I read a comment yesterday on my Gucci Guilty Elixir review. That person has commented 3 4 times on my channel, and on most part, he criticized me or told me like I don't know. Maybe he's a very seasoned person. Maybe he knows me for a while. He said, you did not like this fragrance because you sell decants. Once you buy the fragrance, your mind opinion will change. It's a very general observation. I'm sorry to say that if you know me that well, I am really surprised because I'm a very reserved person. No, not many people know who I am. And I choose my friends very, very carefully. Hardly any people, like people in Malaysia, they know me. They are my friends. But hardly any people who know about my life, okay? What I do, the struggles I do, the secrets I have. So I don't like to disclose. I just leave my work, which is the most important. I do have health issues and it's not my fault. People blame me for why you being sick all the time because I have diabetes. I did that mistake in Malaysia and that's making me suffer. Okay. Everything is connected to diabetes. Take care of your health, guys. So why is earning important? Why is Decant page important? When I started this channel, I did not have any intention to make money out of it or anything. I was just doing it for passion. I see the fragrance community. I was so impressed. I was so excited. I would like to get every single fragrance. At one point, I literally bought every single new release. When I got to Bangladesh, anything that comes, I would go and run and buy at 12:30 from one of the pages. I would drive like crazy. I did crazy things to get a sample of perfume. That time, I was not making money. I started getting monetized from 2021 or 2, one of these years, just 2 years. Okay. And then life changed a little bit, definitely made my life better. But now monetization is off again. So all these things are important because if you do this line of work, fragrances are not cheap. At this current moment, it's like as luxurious as buying a car. Oh, it's overstatement, but literally they have so much price tag. Now many people are quitting the game. They do not repurchase a fragrance even if they love it. And when it's discontinued, forget about it. Most fragrances are more than niche prices. So when I was talking about Gucci Guilty Elixir, he said, I did this, right? No, I did not make a U-turn on every single fragrance. Yes, Dylan Blue, he said, you made this on Azaro, Wanted by Night. There are reasons to get some fragrance at times because your opinion or mind changes sometimes. But at the same time, you have to get sometimes things for your page which is popular. Like DNA wise, they're popular and you start wearing them. Like, why people like this? Sometimes you like it as well. Sometimes it's just sales. So Decant page I needed way before I got it in 2017. So imagine 2017, 16, 17, all the way to 2022. I did not have any other source of income. So I did not I didn't know what to do. So I opened a Decant page in Bangladesh, 2017, to sort of fund or provide support for my work, and it started working out very well. Many people started following me, and now they have tons of pages out there. So these same people sometimes bash me. Joy sells decants, and that's why he hypes. Man, sometimes it's out of jealousy because they cannot sell as much. People don't know them or like them, so they want that business that I get sometimes. So it's out of jealousy. One. Second thing, they feel that if someone is doing decants, they can. There's no option for being honest. That is funny because you can still be honest. I do buy fragrance I like. You'll never see me a fragrance I buy that I hate or I never gonna like. Some reviewers like Rob Zoe, they do that because they have cash inflow. They have many other jobs and they're well established. They are way ahead of me in financial status. So they collect like crazy. I know Steve and many of the reviewers, they have like garage full of fragrances. I don't have that many, but I try. But difference between them and me is I cannot experiment because if something I buy, it has to coincide with few things. My review has to be watched. If I do something niche, $500, but nobody knows it, nobody's gonna watch my review, so I'm gonna lose money on YouTube view wise. Then if I put it in Decant page, it's not gonna sell. Another waste. Third thing is if I don't like it and I cannot sell it, it will be with me. It will be a total loss project. So I cannot tell you that I work 100% free from all the influence. No, I do have influence that I have to consider. Most of the fragrance you see, I think, I like them. Either I love it, I don't care for decants, I wear it. Sometimes I get it for the page. Sometimes I think it's gonna be worth hyping or watching or getting. So maybe I'll like it. So yeah, the decant page was needed because nobody was funding me. Now till now, nobody funds me. So those who comment that you do this for, try, thinking that what did you do for my channel? Did you fund me? Did you help me? No, your criticism is they help, but when it's mostly bashing that he does this for that and he misguide people, he just reviews Middle Eastern perfumes. Those who say it, watch my channel again. I have created content on fragrances nobody ever talked about. I have created fragrance reviews that nobody would buy and bother. Some cheap fragrances, like, but they are popular. I wish, like many people who talk, when I did Jack Bogart one-man show Oud edition, no reviews on it. I did many fragrances exclusives, right? And then later they became very popular. Some of the reviewers talked about them. And the fragrance is Armaf Club de Nuit Urban or something. I forgot the name. The not the elixir, the older one. I forgot the name. That one was something similar to Mr. Burberry. So I was the first one to review and say it, and then later everybody said it. And the example I can give you is the One Gentleman by Dolce& and Gabbana. I compared with Leach. Later many people compared. Okay, that's another one. I do this. So I do not sometimes feel I get enough praise for my work, but I don't mind because I know what I'm doing out there, right? So all the things that I'm doing and saying here is that to tell you, I try my best. From my limited resources, I can upgrade it to DSLR. Yeah, the money I make, it's not a big deal. I bought a car from my earnings. Yeah, so I can, but I prioritize. I prioritize food. I'm getting like watches. I have little hobbies. So when I spend some money, I don't have any savings. From whatever I make, I spend it all. I don't save. I don't have any savings. I'll tell you, it's a very bad thing. My investments are my perfumes. And if I really want some cash or get out, I'll sell my perfumes off. Then I make a decent money. But my most, I believe, like prized belonging is my work, my channel. If I lose this, that's it. Like everything's gone. So yeah, some of you may wish, that would be happening. That would make you happy. But I feel I found a line that I really understand. So how do I do reviews? Some of you say you don't understand anything about concentration and you don't understand perfumery, so you are not a good reviewer. It's okay, fair and square. Opinions are opinions. But I'll tell you one thing, how I do reviews. I do a lot of studies. I do a lot of testing. I see what people say. That is important to include in my reviews. And I do say I saw it here in Fragrantica or under my review or in my group. And I said I give credit to people, but sometimes I cannot remember the name. But if you do a lot of perfume testing, you'll know sometimes if you're good, it's like studying a book. If you smell a perfume and if it's a clone of something, instantly sometimes you can pick up, oh, this is that fragrance. In my head, that's stored because it's my priority. I remember fragrance like notes and smell very, very well. Sometimes I remember, but I cannot remember the name. But I can compare this fragrance to that. You'll see me doing a lot of comparison. This is similar to this is similar to that. Performance is compared to that, this. It helps people. So this is my style of reviewing. When I pick up fragrance, if you do this day in, day out for 7, 8, 9 years, this is going to be your best part of your job that is going to become easy. You can maintain so many platforms in a very systematic way. I manage now 5 platforms. Okay, one is my this channel. Second is a Bengali channel that I open. Sometimes I do. And then I have a Fragcomm Bangladesh page. That is my hobby page. Then Goodfellas is my Decant page. I always leave a link below. And the last one is Marketplace Bangladesh, Perfume Marketplace Bangladesh. That is for only exclusively for Bangladeshis to trade their perfumes. So this is a lot of work. Trust me. If you think like, oh, he doesn't do anything, it's easy. Nothing is easy. People who are successful, they'll tell you, being somewhere in life where you live at your own conditions and terms, it's never easy. Even if you are your own boss, sometimes things are very difficult. Like right now, last 3 months or so, my sickness did not allow me to do so much work. I earned much less than supposedly I should. And then also the business fell tragically, like terrible in Bangladesh, including my page. Everybody took a hit. Nobody's selling. Our sales came down to 1/3, 1/4. At that point, you're still spending to buy fragrances. So the sacrifices we do out of love, you guys are not telling me to do this, but I'm doing this out of love because I have that willpower to create content. So I'm a designer head. Mostly fragrance I do is designers. Then I do a lot of Middle Eastern perfumes. I told you already why. they get the more views, they're popular and they're affordable, so people like to watch what they can buy. So 85-95% people are middle class. They'd earn okay, but they don't want to buy $150 Bulgaris. Okay, they don't want to buy a Tiger, they don't want to buy something that is affordable. And I see the views, they tell me the statistics, they tell me what are getting the views. So that, then the lists, so these are fun, even though sometimes boring for some people. I do. So the things that, yeah, I think more or less I covered everything. So yeah, I was saying that I'm very maintaining my work takes a lot of time. I always constantly look what fragrance to buy next, or what is out there, what's a new release. It takes up my whole day. And if I have any time left, I do eat. I go out, buy some things in my shopping and all. And then sometimes I go out just to take a break. But I'm here 7 days, 24 hours, 365 days, 30 days a month. Okay. So yeah, this is, you know, sacrificing some things. If let's say I was talking about change the setup. Like you guys want editing, you don't want this room. I cannot do much about the room, by the way, because this is a permanent house flat. So we're moving into new house. You guys know that, but that's gonna be much more well lit, perhaps, and I can have option. But these are already set. These are all very 20 years old furnitures and stuff, and I cannot do anything about these. It's I don't want to renovate the house. So if I could keep in a nice shelf, you'd see, and then you'd be like, I have many fragrances in my boxes which I keep. But when I look at my collection, I say thank God for everything I bought. So one more important thing. Why do I like everything that I buy? This thing sometimes people don't get. They say when I buy something, I love it. Why? As I was telling you, big reviewers, when they buy something, they can afford to buy fragrances blind buy. If it doesn't go well, they keep it. But as I have limited budget and I have to move that budget around, I don't like my money being stuck at somewhere. So I buy things that I have a good feeling of. Let's say some flanker to something I already love, or something I know, like, oh, Aqua di Gio perfume. It's not going to be terrible, right? So high likely they're going to be good. So I buy things for sure that I know I'm going to like. There are many fragrances I do not buy. I do not buy many niche fragrances, which are very good but very expensive. I rather spend that $250 in 5 different fragrances, right? So yeah, that's my pattern of work. Um, how long will I do this? As long as I'm inspired. If you don't believe I'm inspired, it's fine, no problem. But I always tell you in every review, reviewing this whole line, it's a fun game. Fragrance review is fun. Fragrance buying is fun. Collection is fun. But at the same time, these are just reference points. You don't have to take my word for granted. I know many of you hate me, still watch me every day. I know in Bangladesh, some sellers told me something funny. One guy told me from one of the pages, no names, he said, in my shop, one of the guys come, it's like 30 something old, 30 something year old. He always bash you. And then he says, I cannot stand him. He's just full of himself. He's so arrogant. And he always high fragrances up and he just shows off. So what else did he say? He says, he's kicking people out of the community. He's just very righteous and all that. And also, he buys all clones and stuff. I don't like that. He's a rich guy, but he also buys fragrances from the Middle Eastern houses, right? So he goes there to buy, and he says, I hate him and everything, but I have to give him that he does reviews every day, and he does good, accurate reviews. So yeah, he can be given credit, but I don't like him. So this I understand. I laughed, but I was very happy, because even if you don't like me and you watch my reviews and if it's helpful, that's what I'm achieving. No bragging, but you know my videos are being watched by people who hate me, people who make videos about me, uh, put me down. They watch all my videos, morning thoughts and all that. So yes, I'm a little bit of full of myself. I'm not gonna deny it. Everybody has their downsides, everybody has their weakness. Nobody's perfect. The moment you realize that you are not perfect and you can admit your mistakes, if you're making any, you can actually learn. Okay, and I try to learn. So 8-9 years I learned a lot, and my reviews from the early days until now, a lot of patterns changed. I'm much more confident than before, because I know my thing now. Okay, like my work, I know the perfume notes and I know the trend now. But back in the days, I was still learning. I'm still learning, but as time progresses, you just gonna learn better. But perhaps my setup is gonna stay like this. Okay, if I invest heavily on editing, camera, like a very expensive mic, and the studio, everything is gonna cost me a lot of money, and you'll see much less reviews. Then you'll complain, why not reviewing every day? Back in the days, most big, like, major reviewers would review once in 2 weeks or once a week, best at best. But the day I started this, I noticed many of the reviewers changed their pattern. Now they are doing everyday reviewing because they see the hard work pays off, because it's a lot of work. Every day you do one review, you wake up, it's part of that. You have to give 2 3 hours in for reviewing, setting up things, upload, write the stuff. And if you're doing a job, it's not quite possible. But if you're doing this, you'll notice, if you do one video every day or two videos every day, they'll put more ads on your videos, and you'll earn so much more. Like, let's say you're earning $1,000 before, now you're earning $3,000. And that money matters, man. Everybody needs money. Nobody's working for free, right? So these are the things I wanted to say for a while, share with you. And I would like to review anything I find interesting, like Karl Lagerfeld house or some underrated house which many people don't review. I don't want credit. It's okay. If you don't know me well, it's okay. But if you search for fragrance, if you find one fine day, like I did, uncommon fragrances, let's say, what, I don't know, a lot of fragrances are uncommon, like maybe there's no other review. I have done it, some of the reviewers done it. So yeah, it feels good, but there's always more. There are a lot of fragrances to collect still, and a lot of stations to reach, with a lot of imperfections and shortcomings. But I cannot remember everything at times. Let's see if I covered everything today. um, yeah, more or less, I covered everything that I wrote. One last thing, honesty. How would you know a reviewer is honest or not? There is no way you can know that. Okay, it's either you like a reviewer, or you don't like. Okay, let's finish in 30 minutes. Okay, how would you trust a reviewer? How would you trust me? How would you trust any other reviewers? You can't. Simply, this is the truth out there. Okay, the truth is out there. X Files. Anyway, you can only pick your favorite reviewers. You like their work, you like their persona, you like the humor, you like how they do the work, their pattern of reviewing. You can follow that, or you can follow which are the most number, like highest subscriber base. You can do that like Jeremy does, and few of the others, Steven, big channels, Max Forte, like looking, feeling, smelling great, these channels. So these big channels you can follow because they have achieved the numbers, and in number of years, and done their work over the years. You can easily trust them. Or you can do one thing, you can watch any reviewer you like, anybody you like, but you do 3 4 reviews. Like, you watch 3 4 reviews, then you watch some Fragrantica comments, and you go to the mall, if possible, if you have access, if you have tester, you try it on yourself. All this, when you add up, then you'll know if you want a fragrance or not. This is the best way to do it. Sometimes the reviewers taste is same like yours, sometimes they are not. Okay, you don't have similar taste. And sometimes, I'll tell you one other thing. Some people say, yesterday I did Mugler Cologne Fly Away. So I got a comment where it says the third note is a secret note in that fragrance, which I did not catch. He said, apart from the leafy green note and grapefruit, there's also fig in there. And I was thinking, like, there's some green. I said vetiver, but when I was watching Mark Robzoid review on Le Beau, the new one, the green juice, he said there's a strong fig note in there. And then I was thinking, maybe it's fig in there, which is the green note instead of the vetiver. And then this brother in my review, he commented it's a third note, is secret note is fig, that gives that a green feel. So yeah, it's interesting to learn all these things, and I'm very thankful for people who give that update and correct my mistakes, and I learn from them, I take note. So so yeah, man, this is interesting, to be honest. So I was talking about the honesty and everything. Best taste, best thing you can do, like, if you live, let's say, in Asia, it's very different from living in a country like UK. I always give example, extreme condition, Malaysia and UK, not same. The fragrance that lasts in Malaysia 4 to 5 hours, it will last like 15 hours in USA, Canada, UK, because they have colder weathers. If it's high heat and humidity, it's bad for fragrances. I keep saying it. I try to do reviews from my perspective. When I say this one, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue All Intense lasts 7 8 hours in Bangladesh condition, it lasts about 18 19 hours in States. Why? No pollution, clearer skies, nice breeze, and then kind of nice temperature, like cool temperature, so it lasts longer. So yeah, understand that, understand where you live, your surroundings. There's so many things to learn. Some people like to be spoon fed, like they take things for granted and they know little, and then they just like assume things. Don't assume things, it's not good. When you assume, you're making silly mistakes, and when you learn, you'll feel bad. So the ultimate test, last point before I go, is that Sniff a fragrance, try it on you. Your taste is very different than others. You don't want to be like the same guy. Like, everybody is like same. Do you want to be same? No. Their fragrance like CK Reveal. I loved it. So many people don't, but I realized that's one of my signature scents. I love it. I'll get a backup bottle. I'll always have it. So that's the way. Wear what you like. You don't have to impress others by showing your brands or the bottle and you hating it. No point. It's just wastage of your money. So keep these things in mind and do help the reviewers. If you feel they are not doing really good work, it's okay, unsubscribe from them, don't watch them, watch someone who you really like, right? Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Keep me in your prayers. I need to get rid of this cold asap. Have a nice day. I'll do later part of the day, I'll do initial impression on one lataf of fragrance. Take care. Bye bye.